This is a box sent to me by the wonderful people at Felon Fair. I have no idea what's in it, so today we're gonna find out. I've been awaiting this box for a few days now, and I am really excited about it. So, just gonna open it up. The first thing I saw when I opened this was a bunch of pieces of paper saying all of the stuff that they sent me and my address, so I'm gonna not include that in the video. However, I also didn't want to read what they sent me because I kind of want it to be a surprise. I can already sort of tell, but that doesn't really matter to me. They included a bunch of really cool stickers, which are awesome. I'm not sure what I'll put them on yet, but I will put them on something. First thing in this box is this big white linen bag with, of course, something inside of it, which is really cool. I just realized that a majority of this stuff is linen, and this is fire, so I'm gonna blow that out before I burn any of this stuff. This is a cloak. It's really cool. It's got these little metal D-rings held together by a leather strap, and according to the piece of paper, this is their ranger cloak, which I'm really excited to try on, which I'll do, I guess now, but not now, but editing. The first item on this list is this brown ranger cloak. This is made of linen, and it's a very nice cloak. It's very flowy. I'm not positive of the historical accuracy of the design, but it seems accurate enough and it looks really cool. One thing that I did change about this cloak is I added this little metal or copper paperclip-like thing to clasp these together. It was originally held on by a strip of leather that was tied on there, and that works. This is just simply for ease of taking it off and putting it on quickly. The next thing on this list is something that I've been looking for a while. It's boots, which are awesome. They're a slight olive green, and they're held together by Velcro and a zipper, which honestly I don't care about the historical accuracy. These look amazing. And they look like they'll be quite comfortable. I'll be trying them on again right now. These are absolutely amazing. They're a little bit historically inaccurate with Velcro and zippers, but that doesn't really matter because besides that, they look the part properly, they're super comfortable, and they've got a very thick heel, which would historically be good for horse riding. And one thing that I did do for these boots is I added my own soles that I had lying around, and I waxed these over to make them a bit more waterproof. But besides that, they fit perfectly out of the box and are just amazing. Next thing in here is in a smaller linen bag. It's a green linen tunic. This is really, really cool. This I'll also be trying on right now. This thing is absolutely amazing. It's sort of like Vikingly style. One of the things that I like about just the tunic design in general is that it goes far down around to your knees, meaning it's got a protection for if you're sitting on a wet log, it will keep you and your pants dry, and just generally better for sitting in anywhere near a forest. Next up in this box is this belt, which is also held together by a little piece of leather right here. In the modern day, belts are mainly used to hold up our pants so they'll be around more our hips, but in the medieval age, they were more used for holding swords or bags and stuff like that, so they would be more on your waist so that they can rest on your hips instead of being solely stuck to you by being tightened around. And since they're on your hips, you don't really have belt buckles there, so you don't want this just hanging out in front of you because it can get caught on things. So people would do what's called a Renaissance knot, where you take it off to the side, come around underneath, and then through that loop, like that. And wool blanket. I already have a very similar wool blanket. This one comes with a much tighter up I'm assuming shoulder strap. The last item on this list is this little wool blanket. I already have a larger green wool blanket, but this one fits a lot tighter against my body, so it's slightly easier to carry, and because it's smaller, it's a bit more compact and can fit on the back of my backpack. This one is still the right size to be a good blanket and a perfect size for making a cloak with, which is why it also included this brooch or cloak pin. With the other brown ranger cloak, that one's made out of linen, while this one's made out of wool, and that one is a possibly historically accurate design. I don't know for sure, so I don't want to like say it is and mislead people, but this is a wool blanket with a pin on it. That is as historically accurate of a cloak as you can get. So this one is guaranteed historical accuracy and quite warm. So both of these cloaks are great, but now I've got a bit of a question. If it's a cold day like today and I want to be extra warm, I'd probably want to wear both of these cloaks, but I'm not sure which one would go underneath, because wool historically would be a bit more waterproof, because nowadays we filter out most of the linen in wool that keeps it very waterproof, but in the Middle Ages they wouldn't have done that, and wool would be much more resistant to water. And linen wouldn't, but this seems like it's a warmer layer, and so you should keep it closer to yourself, so I'm not quite sure. Also, this one has a hood and this one doesn't, so I'm not sure which one would go on top or bottom in wanting to wear both of them. This is just with the blanket underneath and the cloak over top. This gives me slightly better access to the hood, but with the blanket on top, it's a little bit more waterproof, and the hood still works well, so I'm not quite sure. Just leave your comments down below which one you think would work better, which one you think is more historically accurate, or just which one looks better. Once again, huge thank you to Fell and Fair for sending me all this amazing kit and gear. Could not recommend them more. I'll have a link in the description below to their store, and as always, have fun.